Hi, all. Welcome back to another episode of Campton Racing TV. Got another busy weekend this weekend. Last weekend was good with Data Patch winning again.
Yeah, it was. He's flying, the big boy. What to do with him now? Maybe he might head to Melbourne and go to the Greys race. He may stay here and have one more before going down there, but a couple of options. Speak to the owners first, but he's probably, as we said last week, he's as happy and healthy as he's ever been. I thought his win was great, considering he burnt the candle at both ends and just kept kicking all the way to the line. He's a happy, healthy horse, and when they're racing like that, give him a bit of a tougher challenge. So maybe next week he might go to Ipswich, see if he can run 13.50, and if he does that comfortably, he might head to Melbourne and take on the Greys race.
And Hulkamania was good being caught wide.
Yeah, he was really good. He was unlucky, the big boy, and it wasn't Emily's fault. He had to just make a long sustained run at about the 800. Sort of one was coming in the back of her, so she didn't want to get caught behind that tired horse. And I thought his effort to keep trying all the way to the line was really, really good. He's still a big, raw baby, as Emily said, and once the penny drops to this horse, he's got the ability. He's going to win a lot of races, but he's just like some kids. Others take time, and he's definitely taken a bit of time. But I thought his effort to keep charging all the way to the line and run third was really, really good.
And Gregorius was great on Sunday, flashing into third over the 1,000.
Yeah, he went great, short of his best. Just had to get him back to the races. Ange rode him a treat. He was good. Shadow Vampire was good in returning to the stable, and Saddle was a bit disappointing, but had a little bit of an excuse, so he'll head around Saturday week here on the poly track, and should be very hard to beat. But yeah, all in all, not a bad weekend.
And then looking forward to this week's runners. At Eagle Farm, Lord Markle steps up to the 1,400.
Yeah.
Obviously got a heavy weight, so Jake Malloy takes 3 off.
Yeah, Jake, I like Jake. He's a good kid, good rider, going good. Finally drew a barrier, the old boy, but there's no rain around, so we can't always get what we want, but at least we drew a barrier. He's flying, he's going great. It is a bit of a tricky race and very competitive, but he was also in the 12, and I just opted to go to 14. He's looking for 14. He's very, very well within himself, the old boy. He looks incredibly well. He might just need this one more run before peaking next start, but he'll be in the race for a long way, and 3 kilos off his back. Anyone that might have egg on their face if they're going to ride him off, because he's a tough animal and he's ready to rock and roll.
And Lighter Boom heads to the 1,200, 52 kilos, and Ange Jones.
He'll love no weight on his back, little Boomy. He's well. Cole rode him this morning, and he was kicking and squealing, feeling great. He did have a little bit of a setback between runs, so that's probably a little bit of a concern, but he's tough. He's very well leading into this. His gallop on Tuesday was outstanding.
We know he's good fresh.
He's good fresh. He's got the blinkers on. I think he'll run a huge race, and if any of our horses, if you're looking for a bit of value for the weekend, I definitely think he's sort of our best each way sort of horse for the weekend.
Got a new addition to the stable, Hit 'em Up, who could possibly go around at the Gold Coast on Saturday in 1540.
Yeah, young Jason. I didn't know much about Jason. Rang me up and asked if I wanted to take a horse, and he was going to buy another one. Didn't eventuate, and he ended up getting this horse, and I think it's a nice horse, good purchase. Those online sales can be a little diamond at times, and I think he's found a nice little horse to come up here and win his races. I still haven't made a decision if he'll run tomorrow, but if he doesn't run tomorrow, he'll go around Saturday week. I think he's a horse definitely to follow up here. His form down south was good. I reckon he'll blossom coming up here, possibly have a break after this run and get him ready for a staying prep next prep. But yeah, nice purchase, and looking forward to seeing him get to the race whenever he does.
And Pass the Wine heads out to the 1,050.
Yeah, he'll run a good race, little Pass the Wine. He's tough as nails, this horse, and he always shows up and has a go. I reckon he'll run a good race from the inside draw. He'll keep fighting all the way to the line. Jasper Franklin takes a couple of kilos off his back. I think he'll be in the race for a very long way.
And Valachi heads to the 1,050 again. He obviously just got pipped last start, so hoping he can go one better this start.
Tricky barrier. Out of any of my horses sort of heading to the races on this weekend, I think he's possibly the one that sort of has come on the most since his first up run. His work on Tuesday was very good. He was humming to the line, did it easy, pulled up good. He's ready to rock and roll. If he can get a bit of luck, just sit him behind the speed, get him down the middle and let him rip home, I reckon he's going to run another very big race.
And Kadiris is still to make a decision if she will run at the Gold Coast on Saturday or Sunday at the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah, I'll make that decision pretty soon, but wherever she goes, she'll be running a good race. just, she'd drawn a bit better on the poly. I probably would have chose there, but she's drawn perfectly on Sunday. Barrier 3 gets in very light, and we can try her at over 13, which is I've wanted to do, and also get her on some grass, which will also suit her. A big track like like Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast will definitely suit her. Emily sticks with her, and she's a nice horse. I really, really enjoy trying this horse. She's got plenty of sass, but she's going good.
And on Sunday, we head to the sunny coast with Hydroelectric. It's just his second start.
Yep, nice big horse. Everyone that rides him says such a big, long action horse. He's big stride on him. He was just obviously having a look around first up, getting to know what his job's all about. But I thought his effort was really good to run fourth. He's going to be better suited over 12, and to get James Ormond's a big plus. So I expect him to run a very big race. I like this horse. He's a beautiful, gentle horse. He's great to do anything with, and I think there's definitely a good motor there. So if you could just sit behind the speed and handle the trip up, away from the race, away from the Gold Coast for the first time, and a couple of hours up in the float, I reckon he'll run a good race. But he's a very sensible horse who should handle it, and I'm looking forward to seeing him on a big track.
So out of them runners, what would be your best bet for the weekend?
Actually, we're going to change it up this week. Me and Adam are having a chat. We're going to go to you. So what's your best bet of the weekend?
I've got no idea. Probably Kadiris wherever she goes.
We took the $1.10. We thought you were going to say that.
Safe option.
I agree with Tay. I think she'll run a big race wherever she goes. And if you're looking one at value, I think both the boys in town should run a great race. The old boys, they're humming.
Thanks so much for watching, guys, and hopefully you can find a winner over the weekend.
Good luck on the weekend. Good morning, guys. Now that you've finished listening to Taylor and I, we have a special guest. Lucky to have Kyle come in and ride some work this morning. Doing the hard yards, mate.
Yeah, mate.
How's suspension?
Terrible.
Three careless riding charges in 3 days, was it?
Yeah, something like that.
So it's kicked off in Sydney.
Mm.
Next one was up here.
Yep.
And then how long you been off for now?
It's been about a month now, and I've got about a week and a bit to go, so chomping at the bit and looking forward to being back.
To me, you don't seem like someone that sits still very often. How you been going with the suspension?
If you ask my missus, she would say I do sit around quite a lot, but nah, very itchy to get back, and obviously been watching a lot of races and obviously trying to find horses I'd like to get on and keeping fit and keeping the weight down, so it's all part and parcel of it, and these are things I've brought on myself, so not long now, so that's good.
Did you go on holidays?
Yeah, I went to Perth for a week.
How was that?
Yeah, it was okay.
What are you doing in Perth?
Not much.
It's backward there, isn't it? Any horses you're looking forward to getting back on, or any nice young ones coming through that you've been riding, obviously when you're back?
Yeah, I rode a few nice ones of yours this morning, and obviously the big Deepaw, keen to get back on him, so he's definitely one I'm looking forward to.
Tasted a bit of Group 1 success recently. Did it change anything about your life, or just pretty standard since on?
No, it definitely hasn't changed anything in my life, but it's been a lifelong goal really, and although I'm very young, I've worked for a very long time to get to it, and great sense of relief and achievement to get it done. So it was good to do it, and we're on to the next one now.
Where do you see yourself sort of in 5 years? Do you want to stay here, or you want to head maybe to Hong Kong, Sydney, Melbourne?
Yeah, I'd love to go to Hong Kong. That'd be the highest on my list, but got to climb up the ranks here first and keep working hard, and I'll take whatever opportunity comes my way when it does come my way.
For those people who don't know KWT, where are you from?
I'm from Victoria. Grew up in Victoria, in a town called Wallen. I was there till I was 18 and made the move north.
Why riding?
It's funny, it's a bit cliche, but it sort of chose me really. My grandfather was into it, and I'd never really been around any horses, and he just kept annoying me about it because of my small stature, and I went on a school camp and rode a horse, and that was it. Fell in love with it, and the very next day started working in stables when I was 12, and haven't looked back.
What age did you move to Coffs?
I was 18.
18,
just
okay.
Before I turned 18, so moved there. I got rejected from the Victorian apprentice program there twice, and then had to sort of move to get a start, and that's what I did, moved to New South Wales and got going.
rejected because of attitude or just couldn't ride?
No, well, I wasn't. I couldn't ride. I was only sort of in the learning stages, so I wasn't riding trials or anything. So they want you ready made by the time you go there. So that was unfortunate, but didn't deter me, and worked hard, and we're here now.
Yeah, obviously this season you've had a bit of time out now. What's the goal sort of this season? Try and win a premiership if you can, or you're always trying to beat Jimmy, I guess.
Yeah, everyone's trying to beat Jimmy. He's the benchmark at the moment. But look, that's definitely a goal in time. I run fifth last year, and that was my first season out of my apprenticeship, and I just look to build on that, get closer and closer, and I'm sure in time it will happen.
And also your partner is Angela Jones. She's riding great. I only had her ride a few of ours, but she's a pleasure to deal with. She's a bit like Taylor and I, opposites attract, I guess.
Yeah, we're only talking about this yesterday. Angela and myself, we are dead set polar opposites, so that's maybe why we work. But no, she's a good girl and a great rider too. So
Had a little mishap last week, you were saying, where she got hit in the head with a horseshoe, and I seen her at the races walk around like covered in blood, which isn't great. But then you said she was getting the needle, and she was telling you just toughen up while she was getting the needle.
Yeah, I don't like needles, and it was pretty gory. She copped it well, and yeah, no, not for me.
What about both your jockeys? Do you come home at night and talk about racing, or is it a bit sort of try and talk about other things?
Yeah, look.
Has she ever decked you in the race?
Oh, she finds me more than anyone else, I think. But look, I'd like to say I can switch off, but I really don't. I go home and I think she gets quite annoyed that I don't shut up about it. But it's my life and it's her life too. So I'm lucky I've got a partner that understands that, and that's our thing. So we love it, and we're very competitive, but very supportive of each other as well.
What does Kyle Wilson Taylor do? I'll say you have a good day at the races. What's the dinner choice, or do you go out to dinner, or just unwind and get ready for the races the next day?
Yeah, depends, but generally it's a steak and a beer if I've had a good day. And
what's your go-to beer?
Probably Great Northern.
Oh, okay.
But look, if it's a bad day, probably the same. So no, not much changes, but yeah.
Do you struggle with your weight?
I do a bit. It's obviously I ride quite light. I rode 52 in the Stradbroke, and week in week out I can ride 53. But it is a challenge. When I went away, I got up to about 60 kilos, so or just under. But yeah, so it's something I've got to maintain all the time. But that's comes with the territory.
Oh, anytime you want to keep your fitness going by riding work, you're more than welcome to come down. Thanks for coming down, buddy.
No worries, mate.